Henry Cavill and his girlfriend have just had their first baby. Well, I guess they're engaged now. So Henry Cavill and his fiance just announced that they're having their first child.
The Man of Steel star and his girlfriend Natalie Viscuso welcomed their first baby together.
I know nothing about Henry Cavill's relationship life or anything, but what I do know about is bad MTV shows. And when I saw a picture of Henry Cavill and his fiance, I knew that she was on the show My Super Sweet 16.
It's definitely a plus being able to spend money on things that you want. If I didn't have money, it would suck.
This was one of the most outrageous shows that MTV has ever had, and they've had a lot of outrageous shows. So My Super Sweet 16 was a TV show about the coming-of-age parties that these 15-year-olds would have when they turned 16. And the whole thing about the show was that they were having the most lavish parties that anyone has ever seen. It generally featured wealthy parents who would throw lavish, excessive, and expensive coming-of-age celebrations. I used to watch the show all the time because it was basically like watching Project X, except 15 and 16-year-olds were throwing parties and doing outrageous things.
People pushing and shoving and starting fights.
Someone's climbing up the building!
There was always a big reveal in every single episode. Like, the entrance to someone's party was always the best part. Like, there was an episode where a girl arrived in a casket to her own party.
Be freaking out. I don't know how she's breathing in there right now.
This girl rolled into her party on a horse dressed like Malibu Barbie. There was a girl who showed up in a box like she was a doll with these adult men carrying her inside. So back to Henry Cavill's wife. She was on an episode of the show because she grew up pretty wealthy.
Money really is not an object to me. I'm really spoiled.
But Henry Cavill's girlfriend, Natalie Viscuso, I'm pretty sure that she used to be an exec for a movie company. Viscuso was formerly the vice president of television and digital studios at Legendary Entertainment. Legendary Entertainment made Man of Steel. They made Enola Holmes, 2 movies that Henry Cavill was starred in. This was the description for her episode. At 15 years old, Natalie is now living in a $5 million house and cruising around town in her dad's Bentley and Ferraris. What more could she want? How about being the most popular girl in school? There are 9 seasons, and this show started in 2005. And as you can see here, episode 3, there's Natalie, Henry Cavill's wife-to-be.
I'm pretty. I'm wealthy.
We get you a Mercedes necklace and
Yeah,
diamonds.
and I'm having a gigantic Sweet 16 party.
The early 2000s is really the golden age of perfectly terrible MTV shows. It's like they had no morals or values back then.
I'm Natalie. I'm 15 years old. I'm the new girl in school, but people actually know me because of the cars my dad has.
Oh my god, do you see the cars that this guy has? He had a Ferrari, he had a Bentley. It's been a long time since I've seen this episode, so I don't remember what her dad does, but I'm pretty sure he owns like a string of nightclubs.
My dad owns 5 of the hottest nightclubs in Southern California.
5
having
hot
a-
nightclubs. So Natalie grew up in Roswell, New Mexico with her aunt and uncle. I'm not sure why, they don't go into it. And the dad got remarried, and it was his new wife that convinced him to let his daughter live with them.
I lived with my aunt and uncle. Life was difficult. The whole town is only 20 miles long.
It's wild that she went from having almost nothing to having everything.
This is just where I belong. I'm above high class now. We're like at the top.
Everything. She used to get picked on because she was prettier than the other girls in New Mexico.
I kind of stand out as being prettier than a lot of people.
And she's inviting people from her old schools
2 people from Roswell are coming out.
just to come take photos and take the photos back to gloat.
So then they can like take pictures and bring it back and everybody can see.
What? Is this some sort of revenge plot? So she needs an outfit for this upcoming event of the season. And she doesn't want to shop in San Diego. She wants to go to Vegas.
But I didn't want something in San Diego because everybody else is going to shop in San Diego.
They have the exact same stores on Rodeo Drive that they do in Vegas. You're just going there for no reason.
That'd be difficult, don't you? Yes.
Okay, do they want to hide the cameraman a little better than this? I love watching older shows and remembering who was the it people back then. They mentioned like Jessica Simpson, Paris Hilton.
Jessica Simpson just wore very nice.
You're Paris Hilton. You're going to be hotter than Paris Hilton. Target to this.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with shopping at Target. Now it's time to hand out the invitations. I've never had a birthday party. Nope, that's a lie. When I was in England, I had a Toy Story themed birthday party.
I'm going to hand out invitations on Tuesday.
When I was in elementary school, when people had birthday parties, some of the fun about having a party was handing out the invitations to the people that are your friends. And then everyone else is looking. They're like, wait, why wasn't I invited? Heck, what's going on here? And this is exactly what Natalie is about to start doing. No freshmen allowed.
The plan is to physically hand out 1,000 invitations to.
How many? I don't even know 1,000 people.
It's probably going to be more of the sophomore, junior, senior class that are coming. Freshman girls weren't invited just because they cause drama.
Look at the phones. Does she have a fur coat on as well? Man, these are some wealthy kids. I didn't even have a cell phone until I could pay for it on my own, like in university. I don't know who produces MTV shows, but they have their finger on the pulse of greatness. They go around interviewing all the kids that didn't get invited, all the freshman kids. So she's like, I'm gonna invite this one freshman, Maddie, because she's cool. She's got a fur jacket and a cell phone. And these are all the kids that weren't invited. Look at all these losers.
I think she's really cool, like, not being able to invite us.
Yeah, because she's just a grade older.
I don't even know who she is.
We're not really invited.
Sorry, guys.
And the royalty-free music really hit hard. Look at their faces. They're just so upset.
We're so mean.
I love.
Okay, so far there really hasn't been that much drama, but things are gonna start heating up because right now, Natalie is getting her nails done. She's getting ready to go to her party. I like how they get dressed up and they're planning this more than if it was a prom night that they were going to. But anyway, so she gets a phone call from a random person. This is what I mean. I don't know if this is real or not, but she gets a call from a random person. And the person is like, hey, I hear people are making fake invitations or they're buying invitations off of other people and they're going to sneak into your party. And you know, Natalie, she doesn't want a freshman at her party, so she's not having it.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Thank you.
So she goes to pick up her old friends from New Mexico at the airport.
Right now, I'm going to the airport to pick up my 2 friends from Roswell.
In a Bentley? You've really got to flex on your old friends. Finally, the last 5 minutes of this episode, it's time to get to the party. And I think this is going to be very interesting because these kids have more rules than most nightclubs for adults. There's a dress code.
I can't wear my shorts or sandals.
Dress code, strictly enforced. No casual clothing. Jeans must be neat and presentable. Okay. No sneakers or tennis shoes. What's wrong with tennis shoes? No athletic apparel. If you ever been to like an all ages club, they always say the same thing. No athletic apparel, no running shoes. Why would I be coming to a club in dress shoes like I'm going to church? No t-shirts, tank tops, no caps, hats, beanies, no baggy clothes or cargo pants, and no open-toed shoes or sandals. Well, that's the only one I really agree with. What are you doing wearing sandals anywhere but the beach? Okay, not gonna lie, that was a very lame entrance. That wasn't that exciting. Because it's only episode 3, they didn't really have the extravagance of the entrance that were in later seasons.
It was all perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. Nobody cares. Yo, check out the glow stick around this guy's neck. They couldn't have spent that much money on this. It doesn't seem that extravagant. Because the dad owns the club, so they're not paying anything in rental fees. Now they only have to pay the security. They probably had to pay for someone to decorate. Go-go dancers, DJs, probably catering if there's food.
This place is awesome. I've never been to something like this.
This looks like Fire Festival food. What is that, lettuce?
There's food, there's tattoo artists, there's an oxygen bar. Oxygen!
Okay, now the chaos ensues. There's a bunch of people scaling the building. There's freshmen that somehow snuck in.
There were a lot of freshman girls that bought tickets, did whatever they could to get a ticket to come to the party.
One of my favorite parts of this episode was the fact that she starts looking for guys that she can maybe dance with while she's at this party because a lot of people came with like their boyfriends and girlfriends. And she can't do that because her dad hired a security guard who looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin to stare and watch her the entire night.
My dad personally picked out a security guard to stay with me the entire night. My dad told me it was worth anyone tried.
Yeah, come on. This man is doing his job well. I've never seen someone standing so closely to 2 people grinding. Look at his eyes are glued.
I don't know exactly how much money I spent, but the last I heard.
Whoa. 450 grand for this.
Her party was pretty amazing, so she bought me as her friend. She bought me as her friend.
Henry Cavill's soon-to-be wife was on an episode of Sweet 16. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and come back if you want to see me watch more cringe.